jogging friends. Welcome. Oh my goodness, I have missed you guys. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everybody. Say hello as you get here. I'm gonna just take a minute here. We are gonna use December's Club Couture transfer tonight. But we're not only using it, we're gonna use like a whole pile of transfers this evening because I have not chalked in a while, and if you're gonna chalk, you might as well pull them all out, right? Not just some of them. My phone is like stuck. Hello, Miss Nicole. Hello, Miss Carol. I'm not getting, oh goodness. Hello, Melissa from Canada. I have missed you guys as well. It is nice to be back. There we are. Thank you, Nevada. Oh, I need to pull. We'll pull 2 tomorrow because I haven't put the names in from last week yet. Sorry, I'm behind. Hello, Miss Cheryl. I am finally feeling better. Yes, thank you. It is nice to feel like a human again. I actually did stuff today. It's the first day. Done stuff, but that's okay. That's okay. You gotta get sick every once in a while so you can appreciate feeling good, right? I tend to get sick about once a year. And when I get sick, I go down for the count. Hello, Miss Janet, my neighbor Janet. Welcome, welcome. So tonight we're using, check it out. I know, right? Look at it. It's a welcome sign. And it's a nice size welcome sign too. It's not just a welcome sign. It's a nice size one. So this is the one we are using this evening, but we are using it with these very cute little red things behind me. Aren't you proud of me? Look at them. I made skis. It's going to be really hard for you to see this, but we're going to chalk on the skis. We're going to chalk on the skis. We're going to chalk on the sign. I've got a bunch of transfers out. We're going to power through, see how much of this we can get done, and make some cool things. So we're going to chalk on the skis. We're going to chalk on a boarded, double-sided box frame. This is the old one. I have a couple old ones I need to use up, so I'm going to use up an old one. The new ones are way nicer. Not that these aren't nice, but the new ones are even better. They're heavier. They're more defined where you can chalk on both sides. This one you can chalk on both sides as well, but I like the new ones better. So we're going to use the welcome on this board. Then we're going to chalk on the actual skis. Then, are you ready for this? I made a floral and bows that go with it. So we're making like a porch leaner for your front door, with very basic, very easy things that anybody can use. So these are what I made the skis out of are cedar pickets that I bought at Home Depot. $2 each. They weren't expensive. I painted them red. I nail gunned them together. I was so proud of myself with the nail gun. I nail gunned them together. I bought floral. These are 3 different florals that I put together. I made some bows, put some little pine cones on them. Very easy floral. We've got the double-sided box frame, the welcome. It's going to go across it. And I was going to make the poles. The poles. I got the cool little things to make poles with, but I didn't have the energy to go to Home Depot and get the dowels to make the poles. So I will make the poles and show them to you. Probably make them maybe tomorrow. Hello, Kathy K. Thank you. It's nice to be back. And hello, Linda Squared. Oh my gosh, I love all the posts about the Christmas trees, Linda. It just warms my heart that we're finally at a good time of year, right? So that's how I made these. So they're really very easy to make if you are interested in making them. No power tools were required. I did use a pneumatic nail gun to nail them together, but you could totally use a nail gun. You could even twine them together if you wanted to. You don't have to get all fancy with the nail gun. You could staple them together. You could glue them together. So these are simple. This is a simple project that has high impact. Make a beautiful entrance by your front door with, but does not require any cutting, any tools whatsoever, except a way to attach it. So again, they're pickets. They're rounded. They're not rounded, but they come to a peak at the top. And I just painted them. I sanded them. I did sand them because the cedar picket fencing that were my options were all in really rough shape. So I sanded the heck out of them. You could also just stain them. I prefer to stain versus painting. I find staining much easier. I'm not a good painter, so I prefer to stain. But in retrospect, I should have stained them, but I painted them because, you know, I don't know what I was thinking. I was delirious when I bought the paint. That's what I'm going to go with. Oh, Debbie from Texas. All my feed keeps popping up with a year ago and being in Texas with my friends and watching Hallmark movies and having fun, and I miss my Texas chalking friends. So this is December's Club Couture. Now, okay, when I don't feel good, you really get honest with me. I don't know what this is. I mean, it's some kind of a flower, I think. To me, it looks like a donut. But the welcome part is awesome. All right, so let me show you what we're gonna do here. So this is December's Club Couture transfer. You have to be a member of the club in order to get this transfer. And if you join today or tomorrow, if you join prior to December 1st, you get this transfer with free shipping because it will be your first club transfer. Club transfers ship, I need that. Club transfers ship on the 5th of the month. You get charged on the 5th of the month and they ship on the 5th of the month. So if you join before December 1st, you'll get this transfer and it'll ship to you. You can join in December and still get this beautiful transfer, but you pay for it and then you pay for the shipping. So if you love this welcome sign, and who doesn't, because it's super cool, right? If we love this welcome sign, join the club. If you're a club member, it's coming your way, and we're going to create this beautiful thing. It's a really inexpensive project with really high impact because it's huge. These things are 6 feet long, so it's a really nice porch leaner. And I don't even ski. I said to my husband as I'm making them, I'm making the cutest darn skis you've ever seen, and I don't even ski. I said I might have to learn just because I've got these really cute skis. And then his response to me was, sell them. I'm like, you're no fun. What fun would that be? All right, so we're going to do welcome. I am not going to use the doohickeys tonight. I'm sure we will make this transfer a few times because I love myself a good welcome sign. But we're going to put our welcome. And I think I want to go kind of low because my floral hangs down. So I do think I want to go low with my welcome and give myself some space up on top. I thought about not attaching, you know, putting my floral up higher on the ski here. Let me see if you guys can see. Okay, so this is how it's going to go. It's going to go welcome with the floral. So I was thinking I was going to have to put my floral up higher versus attaching it. So then I think I'm going to need to center. We're also going to chalk on the skis. We're going to put some patterns on the skis. Excuse me. We're going to put some patterns on the skis. Oh, here's my thing. The skis themselves. And I bought these little guys on Amazon. I don't remember what they're called. I can look it up. But they're like, you know, for a walking stick. So this is how we're going to make the poles. So I'll show you when I get the dowels. I'll show you how I make the poles so that you can kind of see the whole look when it's all put together. So what we're going to do is we're going to do welcome, and we're going to do welcome in simple black because we have black in our ribbon And we're going to chalk on the skis with white and black as well. As y'all know, I'm obsessed with red and white this holiday season, so we might as well stick with what I know, right? So how is everybody? I have missed you guys. So I'm going to write on the back of my transfer. For those of you who are new to chalking, this is what a Chalk Couture adhesive silkscreen transfer looks like. You write on the back of it so that you know. I think it's a flower. I don't know what it is really. You write on the back so you know which side is of the transfer is the back of your transfer. Now we're not going to use this piece, so I'm going to just stick it right back in the bag. But this project, it really isn't going to take very long. Probably the thing that took me the longest was painting the skis, and it only took long because I had to wait for one side to dry so I could paint the other side. I did use exterior paint, again with the intention being that they would go by a front door. These are not for myself, so when you come to my house and you see the skis are not at my front door, don't be alarmed. I'm not making this for myself. I have a friend who loves to ski, and I think it's really appropriate for her, so I'm going to make this and drop it off at her house. She and her whole family, they're really big skiers. So I'm doing this, you're probably wondering, what the heck is she doing? I'm doing this stuff called fuzzing. And what fuzzing is I'm taking my transfer, oops, don't do this. I'm taking my transfer, and I'm carefully, don't do this. You don't want your transfer to stick to itself, because you risk putting holes in it when you do that. Okay, so I am gonna just center it, because I'm just gonna put my floral up higher. So you don't want your transfer to touch itself, because you risk putting holes in it when you go to pull it apart, because it's super sticky. And that is not anywhere. That's not centered. Try a little harder. And I should have waxed my board. Anytime you're going to chalk on wood. Okay, we're waxing it. Wax your wood. Always wax wood. Now, wax is not a big, fancy deal. Oh, near you. I just have a finishing wax, paste wax, finishing wax. Don't be all caught up in the name brand or what it is. And Chalk Couture sells wax, so you don't need this big, this is my container that's lasted me since I started chalking 2 years ago, and I chalk every day. So, don't feel like you need to buy this big, huge thing. Chalk Couture sells one that's much smaller. Okay, so you open up your wax. I'm sorry, I should have thought. See, again, I'm not quite thinking clearly yet. So you open up your wax container, and you just apply a little bit to your surface. Then we're gonna wait a minute, and then we're gonna buff it off. You always, always, always wax wood. Never chalk on wood without waxing it. And don't get your transfer stuck to you like I just did. I'm out of practice. Jeez Louise, now it's going onto the floor. We're gonna put it over there, make it in a safe spot. Did you all have a nice Thanksgiving? So I was supposed to host, not many people, my immediate family. My dad lives, about an hour and a half away, and he's 83. And normally he's in Florida. He wasn't in Florida, so. But no go this year. Had to call everybody up and tell them, don't come. Didn't want to get anybody sick. Okay, so now I'm buffing it. So you apply the wax and you buff it off. Wax on, wax off, for those of you who remember Karate Kid. And what that's going to do is it's going to put a really thin little barrier, and it'll immediately feel different, but it puts a little barrier between your surface and your transfer, which means it doesn't have to work so hard when you go to pull it off. So this time I'm going to work a little bit harder on actually centering my transfer, because my C is my center, so if I put that pretty close to the center of my board, I'll be in good shape. Now this is a gift, so I should probably really kind of make sure right? I think it's 18. It's a little more than 18. So I'm not quite centered. So see now how it comes off much easier? So we're going to go like so. I'm going to put it down just a little tiny bit. And then I'm going to smoosh out my air. Then I'm going to take my M and my E and I'm going to line them up right away. I have more likelihood of succeeding in making it straight if I put them on at the same time. I don't always have as much success if I don't. Because maybe if I would like to measure this guy is really sticky, so I'm going to fuzz it several times. Just because I like this transfer. I want this transfer to last a long time, and the better care you take of your transfers, the longer they will last. I think it's too far spaced. I think I'm going to need to lift my bottom transfer up. So I actually did a pretty decent job of getting it straight. It doesn't happen to me very often. I would say I'm pretty straight. What do you think? Maybe I go up a little bit. I could hang it at an angle, which would help counteract any crookedness that I happen to put on here. I do think it goes up at an angle. I'm just going to measure, because again, I'm making this as a gift. Pretty straight. I guess I'm straight. If you could see my face, you could see that I'm closing one eye because I'm a weirdo. Yeah, I'm pretty straight. All right. This is going to take about 2 seconds to chalk. The fun part's going to be when we chalk the skis. This is going to be bing, bang, boom, done. So I open up my black velvet chalk paste. I give it a stir. You want your chalk paste to be creamy. If it's not, you give it a little spray of water. And then you stir it. So I'm just going to dip my squeegee right in my chalk paste, load it up with chalk paste, and I'm going to go up and down. When I get to my M and my E, I'm going to need to lift up my transfer. Now this transfer has natural distressing in it. If you can see all those cute little green bumps in the middle of my letters, that gives me natural distressing. So they're meant to look distressed all on their own. Don't go off your transfer when you're on a white wood surface. You're not going to get the chalk off, especially when you use black. Black and red are the two. Smooth out any lines that you have. There's got to be a technical name for those lines. Oops, I got big lines. Smooth them out. So while I have not been feeling well, I have become a TV watcher, which is not something I am. And I have been watching The Crown. Have you guys watched The Crown? Oh my gosh, I am like addicted. Okay, so I'm just pulling my first part of Welcome off. So see those little white dots in there? That's supposed to be there. That's that distressing I was talking about. I take my Welcome part and I stick it right in my water bath. I'm going to rinse it with cool water. All over my fingers. So my daughter kept saying to me, how many episodes are you going to watch of this? They're just not used to me watching TV unless it's a Hallmark movie at this time of year. I got addicted to those last year when I went to Texas. I'd never watched Hallmark movies before. We really watch very little TV, so it was kind of fun. Ooh, Nicole loves The Crown. Oh my gosh, Nicole, I'm like so addicted now. Don't you love it? Okay, wait, this is gonna be like some of my better work. When we put this bad boy together, Kathy K watched the whole season in 2 days. Oh, the whole season, not the whole 4, because I think there's 4 seasons. I kind of watched all 4 seasons in the last week. First off, nobody's used to me sitting in my chair that much, and it's just been very entertaining at my house. I've learned that my children know how to do a whole lot more than I think they know how to do. And they're good at it. It's amazing to me, actually, how good they are at when push comes to shove and mom says, you figure out what you're eating for dinner. They can actually make dinner. But I've been spending the last month, you know, making sure that each and every one of them knows how to cook. So they've been making dinner, so that totally helped. Because I could say, oh, well, why don't you make this? Because mom taught you how to make that last week. Okay, so I'm going to give it a quick dry. Just because I don't want to smear it, because it's so cool. So what we're going to do now is we're going to chalk on the actual skis. And then I'll show you. I can't put it together because I need the staple gun or the nailer. And I don't, that's in my husband's super secret special workshop that I'm not allowed to go into. Like only now I told him the other day it was our workshop. He didn't like that. I'm like, honey, where's the staple gun in our workshop? He's like, it's not our workshop. It's my workshop and you need to stay out of it. And now I get accused of taking tools that I did not take. Okay, so we have our welcome gun. So again, work with me here on the skis. We're going to have our welcome across here with our fun little floral. You can see this. And we're going to chalk on the actual skis. Well, oh, so the other thought I had with this, so we've got our fun little floral. We got our fun little, the ribbons kind of drive me nuts. But then look at this little cute guy. I was kind of thinking maybe we should stick him in the corner. We'll see once we put the skis together, but it's this cute little ski lift, which it just, you know, is kind of screaming to me. The other thing I thought was we could hang it from here too. That's a possibility if we need to fill in that space. So that's an option. It might be too much. Okay, so this is going to be tricky for you guys to see. Because did I mention they're 6 feet long? They're really long. So all I bought, and we're just going to do the ends. So I'm going to try. I don't know how this is going to work. We're going to move things around. All right. We'll chalk this guy first. So what these are is they are cedar planks for a picket fence. And I just sanded them and painted them red. And I didn't even like have the hardware store guy mix me red. I just literally went and bought a can of red paint. What we're gonna do is we have some fun pattern transfers that we're gonna put on them. So this is, we have not made this because this is one of those transfers I'm avoiding making because I know, look at the trees, right? Right? Yeah, the trees. Even the fa la la, we could even put a, see, this is what happens with this transfer. I love this transfer and I'm gonna wanna put it on everything. But what I love about this transfer is look, it has these super cute little designs. So I was just gonna put little stripes on the bottom. You can't see this one over here. I could get you both of them. I don't think I can. No, things are falling now. So all right, I can only get you one at a time. I should have not stapled them together. Or nailed them together. I should have waited to nail them. So what I'm thinking is we're just going to put one little band. The other thought I had was we could go up it, but we could even put fa la la. I don't want them to be Christmassy. Fa la 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 la. That's a Christmas song, right? I want them to be seasonal, not Christmassy, because I want them to be, people to be able, because this is a Christmas gift, right? And it's hard to give somebody a holiday, a Christmas decor piece for Christmas. The other one we have is this fun guy, which we could totally just do this guy. We could just do a band, but you're not going to get, we got to do the little one. All right, we're going to do the little guy. So this is a big, huge transfer. This transfer is called Follow LOA. I absolutely positively love the trees on it because they're not necessarily seasonal. They're trees you can use all year. This is a big transfer. This is an E-size transfer. There is this guy too, but this is the same as the other guy. But I was thinking we just do a cute little band. Maybe we'll do it this way. And we can even do all of them and just alternate between white and black to kind of bring the white and the black in that's on the ribbons of our floral. Although it's really cream. It's not really black. It's really cream. So maybe we use Dune. Where's my buddy Dune? Or we could use Greige too. That would be the other option. Greige would be more. Yeah, I think we gotta use Dune. So I think we're gonna use a combination of cream and black. Just put a little band on the bottoms. But we could go this way too. We could just do a little, what do you think? Vertically or horizontally? You think it should all be white? Okay, we can do that. I'm not opposed. I do think the black might, well, it's red though. You should be able to see the black. I'm gonna cut this out while we're thinking about this. Because no matter what, we need to cut out. We could just use this guy too. Because it's kind of cute. So these are really two separate different, that really good English, right? These are two patterns. Hey Desiree, welcome to our chocolate party. We're making skis. So are any of you skiers? I don't know why I was cutting this out. I wasn't going to cut this one out. I was going to leave this one alone. Alright, so we could just do this, but it's not enough, I don't think. We could just do this and give it a little band. That might be cute. Just a little band and a little band. Maybe go this way. And then a little band. And then we could do this one on top. The snowflakes won't show because of the size. The snowflakes won't show because of the size. These snowflakes, Desiree? Ooh, you do like the ski, Desiree? I can picture that, Desiree. Or should we could just use this big guy too. Okay. I've been like staring at these ever since I made the darn skis about, ooh, because I don't mind it this way too. These guys don't fit, so we almost have to go littler. They will be cut off. The bigger one. The bigger one will be cut off. Yes, the bigger one will be cut off. You won't get the whole thing, no matter what we do. So I think we got to do the little one, because it's the only one that's going to fit. All right, so we're just going to pull it off. Take your silk screen transfer off of the backer sheet. Now this is a big transfer and we're not using that much of it. So I could have cut it. And I think I am going to line it up to the end, just honestly to make my life easier with the whole measuring. Because that way I don't have to measure. You can't see what I'm doing because my head is there. Alright, hang on. I know there's a way for me to move my head, but you know what? I'm just going to get rid of my head for a second so you can see me. Alright, there we go. So I'm just going to do this. And we're just going to... This is really hard to do because this ski is If you could see the other one, which is this way in my belly. Oh my gosh, this is hysterical. This is like the funniest thing I've ever chalked, I think. Okay, so we're going for it. Could you do two? Of course, Nicole, we could. We could do whatever we want. That's the beauty of chalk. Is we can do whatever we want. We're going to do this first one. We're going to see how it looks. Because I could wash it off because I used a gloss paint as well. So I'm scraping off my excess. Put it back in my container. Let's see how we look. Oh, you can't see me. I wish you could see my expression right now. Love it! Now, cedar is bumpier, so I'm not going to get it. I have a little bit of a bleed because I'm not going to get a clean chalk. This is rough wood. I'm going to quick dry this and then figure out how I'm going to get to show you the other side. Okay, this is really cute. You're all going to be making skis now, even if you're not skiers. I know. I'm not a skier. I saw somebody make skis, and I'm like, OMG, I need to make skis. I'm not a skier. All right, so. Why did I nail these together before I chalked them? Okay, remember that video where I dumped the entire glass of water in my lap? Almost had a repeat. Throwing a few things down on the ground too. Whew, all right. Note to self, next time when you're doing this live, don't nail them together. I just wanted to make sure they were going to look all right when I nailed them. OMG. All right, so. Seal it down. Grab your chalk. You're going to just zoop. Chalking is so easy. Really, people, if I can do this, anybody can do this. It is so easy. It is so much fun. Because literally, I have no talent. I bought some wood pickets. I painted them red. And I think this might be one of the cutest things I've made in a while so far. We'll see what it all looks like when it's done. I still need to do my porch board for Christmas. Only did my mom. Nicole. Okay, so this one, I did a better job of sticking it down. So this one looks really cute because I got no bleeding. So I'm going to stick this sticky side up while I dry this. But don't melt your transfer. Put your air away from your transfer. Otherwise, they will melt. Nicole, that's not true. You are just as creative as me. Okay. So, we have our little ends done. So I'm going to hold it up. Right? Oh, how many things in Maria's craft room can she knock down? All right. I don't think I can't hold them up. Because they're 6 feet tall. Nope. All right, so we're going this way. All right, can you see them? You can't see them. There's no way for me to help you see them. All right, so now we want to do the top part. I'm doing a good job of knocking all my stuff down. All right, so now we're going to do the top part. But I do kind of think we could totally do a different pattern at the top. You know what? Let's do this. I bet I can. If I hold them. Can you hear me knocking everything over? No, that's not going to work either. I can't show you the bottoms. All right, so you can't even see the top. Well, you can see the top. Okay. So the question is, do we do the same pattern at the top, which you can't see the bottom. Keeping in mind, we're going to have this in the middle, along with our cute little welcome sign. I do think it needs something. Can you see the transfer up close? Sure. Sure you can. All right, so it's got chalk on it. Oops, hang on. So this is what it looks like. It's not very wide. That's the only problem. And again, they're 6 feet long. So, you know, it's, maybe we should do these guys up on top. See, I think that's what we should do. Okay, so we did this. I think this needs to go this way down the ski, and I'll show it, I'll try to show it to you. Okay, Maria, get creative here. If they weren't nailed together, it'd be so much easier for me to show it to you. So I'm just gonna move everything and see if I can lay them down on the table so you can see it all. So don't mind my mess, because I'm just trying to get it to the point where you can see everything. You should do the other strip. Yeah, I think I should. All right, so I'm gonna lay that there. No, I'm not, because I'm gonna put my skis there. All right, so let me show you. Get rid of the water, Maria. I was worried I was gonna need them here. All right, so let me show you the skis. I think what the ski needs, okay, so see how it's just on the end? I think we should go down it. Just not all the way, just a little bit. And we could even just do that much. Just because it's a huge space before you get to the floral and the sign. Because the sign will be here. Without it, you have that whole long expanse before you have any chalk. So I don't want to do the whole thing. Even if we just do a couple of them. Going that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should do odd numbers. We'll just do a few of them. All right, so I'm going to take my strip. Remove it from its backer sheet. Ignore my cardinal rule. I did not fuzz and I did not wax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're only going to do 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, sorry Desiree. That darn Facebook delay, I did it already. Oh, but I did what you said to do. That's even perfect. Are your poles going to be white or natural? Kathy K, I'm going to stain them. I'm going to stain them brown. So, I know you can't see this one. I can get it to you. Okay, note to self. Don't put them together. Goodness. You know, I couldn't just do the transfer, right? I couldn't just do welcome on a nice little sign. No. For my first day of chalking in a week, I had to go getting all complicated. Now what did I do with my squeegee? There it is. So Kathy, what I'm going to do with my poles is I'm going to actually do a combination to make them look like they're actually ski poles. I'm just buying dowels and I'm going to stain them, but I'm going to paint the ends of them black. Okay, that is super cute. That's perfect. That's exactly what it needed. All right, so I'm going to set this aside. So that's how I'm going to make them look. Between that and then these really inexpensive little things I bought. These little guys I bought. They're meant for walking poles, but they're smaller, which is what I liked about them. But you can buy them bigger too. So I'm going to stain it. And then on the very tip, I'm gonna do it in black. You know, on the end of the pole, I'm gonna do it in black, like where your hands would go. And I might even take a ribbon and make like the little loopy thing. I was debating on that. Okay, so now these are really stinking adorable, I do have to say. I'm so proud of us. I don't even ski. All right, so I went up. That's what I did. Up and over, you guys. All right, so now we have to do the other end. And I think we just, I don't know, should we do the opposite on the other end? On the tips? Okay, we gotta think this through. Because we have the little, you know, this is the picket fence part of them. I think we just do the same thing. Maybe we'll do, I think we'll do the opposite. So I think what we'll do on this end is we're gonna do the 5. Only we did it opposite. I'll just keep using it. I think we're gonna do it this way, and then we'll do the line. I wouldn't put the band, just the snowflakes. Oh. So skip the little dots? Or, oh, just these. I get it. Just do these. Okay, well, let's do these first. And then we'll get an idea of if it needs it or not. So I'm just lining it up. Getting it from the tip of my ski. Which is really a picket fence. Oops, I moved it. Darn it all. Just the snowflakes. Okay. I think that's why I'm confused, because you guys are, I think you guys are calling this strip snowflakes. Hey, Melissa. Oh, Melissa, we talked already. Thank you for sending me out into the world, Melissa. Okay, I should have added water to my paste. My paste is very dry. And it's been open for a while now. And I'm using a, you know, this transfer hasn't been washed, right? We've used it, this is the 3rd time, and we haven't washed it. So just work it to get your chalk paste through. Yeah, I don't know. All right, I'm gonna stick it this way. I'm gonna use a different end of it. And this guy you can't see. At least I don't think you can see it. No, you can't. This will take 2 seconds. Again, I should add water to my paste. Now I will seal these, even though I used exterior paint. I will seal them. I will seal the chalk so that if they go outside, they can get wet and the chalk's not going to go anywhere. Kathy K, I finished my forest of Christmas trees. Did you finish your Christmas tree? Oops, I got chalk paste. I've got them all done. And I've been teasing my family with my Christmas trees I've been making out of old doors. They're so cool. We're going to chalk on one of them too. So don't worry, you'll get to see them because we're going to chalk on them. All right, so I think it needs the band. Well, maybe not. All right, I'm going to hold it up. This one can go in the water bath though because we're done with this one. Okay. Well, I should dry it because I'm going to smear it if I don't dry it. I hope I never likes them. She likes the skis, so I think she'll like it. Almost done. The stand was hard. I have to tell you, if I had realized how long of a project that was going to be, I would have never done it. My poor husband. Well, if I'd have made them, they'd been done a lot faster. I wouldn't have cared so much about everything being level and plumb and all these crazy words he uses that I don't understand. He did a fantastic job. I'll post a picture. Well, you guys will see one because we're going to chalk them. So what I did was I made Christmas trees out of salvaged doors. So they're huge, which I'll get smarter when we do those, when we chalk on those ones, with figuring out a way that you'll be able to see them, because they're, you know, 6 foot, 8 foot doors. Well, maybe not 8 foot, but they're tall doors. Oh, I'm like looking for my water sprayer and I threw it on the floor. All right, so thinking of making it a leaner. You know, Kathy, I've seen them that way, and they really are pretty that way. You don't even have to make, it shouldn't even have to lean. If you put like a 1x2 on the bottom of it, I bet it stands all by itself. Well, you just be easy to knock over though. All right, so you can see the bottom. That's what we got on the bottom. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see the top. Then we have our top. Can you see the top? All right, so okay, let's put the whole thing together though, then it'll make more sense. So then we have our welcome. Well, maybe it doesn't need the band. We have our floral, which this isn't going to be exact. I'm going to put it on, but it won't be exact because I'm just going to loosely wire it on. I need to permanently adhere it. Let's see if it'll stay. And it's not centered because my wire's in the middle of it. But it'll go like this with our welcome. And then we could put our little, we could hang our little, you can see all this. We could hang our little, I don't know if we could just stick this on here too. We might not even need this. Yep, I don't think it needs the band on the top. I think it's good. I'll bring the floral down a little bit and I'll put the floral more here. Kind of up high. Yeah, we'll do that. But I don't think it needs it. I think they're perfect the way they are. All right. I know it's really hard for you to see this project, and I apologize. I should have thought this through better. Oh, everybody's saying needs a band. You think? I don't really like the floral, if I was 100% honest, but it was the best I could do without having to go shopping. Isn't that bad? Band? Desiree says no band, but Melissa, Nicole, and Kathy K say band. I don't think it needs the band. So, let me hold it up. Kind of help you get the visual. A narrow one. So maybe just the narrow little snowflakes. I can see that it could. I also don't know that it needs the band, Cheryl's saying. What do you think about just the super narrow one? So just these little guys. Oh, sorry. Just these guys. We could just do a line of that. Let's try it. What the heck, right? I can wash it off because I did a gloss. We'll just try this one band. Oh, geez Louise, Maria, add water to your paste. I haven't just chalk standing up in a long time. I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. They see, yeah, I know. I agree. I think they thought they. But again, not a skier. So I don't really know what skis are supposed to look like. I can honestly, when I was in high school, I cross country skied. As I'm sure you can all imagine, if I was a skier and there was a tree, the first place I would go is to the tree. Nicole says looks better without. Desiree says looks better without. It kind of finishes it though. I don't know. We're overthinking, right? We're overthinking. All right, so this is our creation with this month's Club Couture. So we use the Club Couture transfer in the Fa La 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 La, which I have. If anybody wants one and they're local to me, it's really easy for you to just stop by and pick it up. Because I can tell that some of you are going to be making these. These are in your future, especially if you're a skier. Thank you, Melissa. I'm kind of digging it too. I think it looks super cool. I will take a picture of it tomorrow by my front door so you can see the whole thing. And I will attach everything to it. So that's all I got for you tonight. Thank you for hanging out with me and helping me while I created this thing. I think it's perfect that way. Thanks, Melissa. Thanks, Kathy K. I kind of like it too. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. And I love the welcome sign for this month's Club Couture. So for those of you who don't have it yet, it will ship on December 5th. And I'm sure with December mailing, it's going to take a bit for them to get to you. So if you're planning on making a welcome sign for somebody for Christmas, I would, plan on it probably being last minute, because I'm sure with the holiday shipping, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but shipping has really gotten a little crazy, right? All right, that's all I got for you tonight. I will be back at you tomorrow night. It will be Make It Monday. I apologize greatly. I totally slipped my brain that we needed to do the drawing for last week's, not last week's because there wasn't any videos last week, but the previous week's video sharing. So thank you very much. I forgot to do that today. I apologize. I will do that, and we'll do that drawing tomorrow because there were no videos last week because I've been sick all week. So we'll be back at it this week. So thanks, everybody. I hope you have an amazing Monday. And I have got some really fun projects this week. So come back at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time every night. We are here and we create something beautiful. Thanks, guys. See ya. Have a great Monday.